Okay, thanks everybody for being here. My name's Ben. I'm one of the organizers at Western for the Elizabeth May campaign. And we're just here to talk about the involvement of youth in the Elizabeth May campaign. Youth from across Canada have gotten involved in this campaign in a variety of different ways. What you see in front of you is a cross-section of Canadian youth from one corner of Canada to the other. We've got people all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast of Canada and from all over Ontario. And a whole bunch of people who've come here from other universities this weekend to go and help canvass. So I just want to say a few words about sort of why this is important to young people. Basically, the gist of it is that these issues that we're facing right now, climate change and the state of politics in Canada, it has a drastic impact on all of us and all of our futures. And I think it's safe to say that everybody here is really fed up with what we haven't seen coming from the other parties in the last 20, 30 years. And we're all here because we believe that this is an opportunity to really do something about issues that are important. Elizabeth May isn't like your average politician. She's somebody who's here to really try to make a difference. She's somebody that got fed up as well with what she was seeing in terms of inaction on climate change and a variety of other issues. And we're really just trying to have an impact. And from the experience that I've had on campus and talking to people door to door, I would say that youth are going to make the difference in this election. Young people are really becoming inspired by this campaign. I think there's a lot of excitement and energy on campus and around the campus. And the campus makes up 1/3 of this riding. So I think really the wild card in this election is young people. It's young people turning out to vote. It's young people that are going to make the difference. And it's young people that are going to talk their parents and their grandparents into voting for their future. Earlier today, or yesterday, we heard Justin Trudeau was in town talking about sending a message to the Conservative Party that we're not happy with what they're doing. Well, unfortunately, I don't think that's good enough. I think we haven't seen any action since his dad was Prime Minister, and Elizabeth is the first person to come up who actually has the same sort of energy and vision that Justin's father had. So, I think what we really need to do is we need to send a message to Ottawa that we're fed up with all of the political parties. The inaction from the Liberals and the Conservatives and the NDP has really just not led to what we need the case to be for our futures. And we're here to say that this needs to change. So. I'd just like to introduce a couple people who are here who can tell you about some of the other stuff that youth have been doing to be involved in this campaign. This is Phil Spidel from Victoria, who's been running our phone banks.
Hi. So I've been running the phone banks here, and for the first time in our party's history, we're running a campaign from across the country. We have people calling from all over the place, and they're all using an online system to call people everywhere. And we've got people, the largest categories of people who are phoning them are young people and old people. People with lots of time on their hand, and we're getting together and we're working as a team to try to elect Elizabeth May.
Okay. And over here we've got James Brooks, who's been doing a lot of work on campus, and he's going to talk about what's going on in terms of letter writing and an experience that he had.
Yeah, we actually launched a letter writing campaign, so it's something Joe Trichet told us about at the last convention. And it's a personalized letter that's sent from one place in the country across the country to the riding that which the election is in. And such a party was held in Victoria, and a bunch of letters were written and sent off to the campus and to areas around where there are young students. And I was walking around campus trying to get out the youth, which has been going really well. And these people came up to me and they started talking about this great letter they received, and it made them want to vote. They were not going to vote, and they were not even going to vote Green. And then they got this letter, and it totally changed their mind. So all it takes is just a little bit of engaging them and talking to them and really telling them why it's important, and youth are right there. So it's not about apathy, it's about getting through to them.
And now I'd like to introduce you to Hannah McKinnon, who's going to tell you about what we've been doing with pictures being sent in and then the use of the internet in this campaign.
Well, obviously we've got a ton of people that are actually here to help out, but there's a lot of people that can't make it for a variety of reasons. But they've all decided to come out and help in their own way. One thing we've been doing is we've had kind of a online photo drive, and we've received hundreds of pictures from people not only across the country but across the globe supporting Elizabeth. We had pictures sent from Nairobi, from the Canadian kids that were over at COP there. We've had pictures from West Coast, East Coast, everywhere. So that's been a huge outpouring. And they're all, you can see them all up online at elizabethmay.ca. We also have a Facebook group which has a huge membership and has been really helpful. Everyone giggles, but you walk through any cafeteria and 80% of people are on Facebook. So yeah, I'm with Ben. I think the youth are going to make the difference in this vote, and I can't wait for Tuesday when everyone sees Western as a big green dot on the map, and it changes the way Canadian politics looks.
And speaking of Western, I'd like to introduce you to Lauren, who's a Western student.
Well, as a third-year health science student, spending most of my time on campus, I have just been completely blown away by the response of the students, and the Green Party has really sought to engage those students, and I don't really see that with the other parties, and it's something that the students need to be reached out. You need to reach out to them and really let them know that their vote does count, that they do matter, and that they can vote and change the political climate in Ottawa.
So yeah, in closing, I just want to thank you all for being here. This is really exciting. I think we really have a sense of urgency that these issues are really important, but there's also a real sense of opportunity that that this change is about to happen. That we see that Elizabeth has really a legitimate chance of winning this election, and that the repercussions of that are going to ripple all across Canada and around the world. So I'd just like to thank you all for being here and say that this is something that's very possible, and it's you that's going to make the difference. So thank you very much. She was. Is Elizabeth here somewhere? She's next door. We'll go grab her.